Now, so far in this chapter, presentation of data, we had seen classification of quantitative data where we saw raw data converted into group data using tally mark, frequency distribution, less than type, more than type, less than more than two, normal, mid value, inclusive, exclusive. Now we are going to see the second part of this classification, that is classification of qualitative data, also known as tabulation. Now let's understand what is tabulation. Tabulation is basically tabular presentation, tabular presentation of a data, of information. Now you all receive our weekly schedule. Every week you receive the weekly schedule. I'll just share the schedule with you. Now look at this schedule. You can see there are rows, there are columns, there are different information given. Can I say it is a tabular presentation of information, our weekly schedule? Can you see a table format? In fact, the name, the title itself says कि weekly time table. देखा तुमने? Weekly time table for standard 11 OP 2021-22. Days are given, then lectures are given or various timings, then recorded lectures, what you have to see are given. So tabular presentation of data is what we are going to see now when we say classification of qualitative data. Now, this is a very practical chapter because in future, when you go for your real life, your job, your career, you have to give lots of presentation. Now, when you give financial presentation or presentation where numbers are involved, many times a presentation with tally mark sort of a frequency distribution may not be a good presentation because you want to show multiple attributes. So at that time, we go for tabular presentation. In fact, this software, Microsoft Excel, is basically a software where various tables or where data can be presented in tabular format where you have rows, you have columns. So very practical chapter and very interesting and simple. Also a sum of 3 to 5 marks is expected in your first term exam from this part of chapter number 2, tabulation. Now, tabulation is divided into two parts. One is a simple tabulation. Now, what is a simple tabulation? Simple tabulation is there is a single attribute what we want to study. Say for example, if there is a college, commerce college. Now, in commerce college, we want a data that for BCom, how many students are there? So I have BCom number of students. Number of students. So you have FY, you have SY, you have TY, and then you have total. Let's say number of students in FY 8,000, in SY 6,000, and in TY 4,000. So total comes to 18,000. So now we have this information where we are studying single attribute, that is either the students are in FY or SY or TY. Such a table is known as a simple table where one attribute is taken. But let's say we want to go further. So what we do is we take BCom, then we take male and female, and then we take various years FY, SY, TY, FY, SY, TY. So multiple attributes or characteristics we want to study. Such a table is known as a manifold table. Manifold means multiple attributes or multiple characteristics under studies. So this is what we are going to see in this chapter, tabulation. Now, why tabulation is prepared is because tabulation presentation is very easy to understand, very simple to make. At the same time, any tabular presentation, it helps us to easily analyze and conclude about our data. So please scribble all these things and then we start with the sums. Now, if you all see illustration number 18 in the textbook, it is basically a simple tabulation or simple classification, a simple table where designation and number of employees are given. Okay, now we are going to see sums of manifold, yani multiple, okay, attributes. So we'll start with illustration number 19. First I'll read, I'll make you understand, then you make the format and all. Now, let me hide this for a while so that you don't start making the format. Now, illustration 19. On the basis of study of different branches of Cooperative Bank of Ahmedabad city, the following information is obtained. In this bank, out of 20 employees working as security personnel, इसको मार्क कर दो, 6 are females, तो एक एट्रीब्यूट है कि सिक्योरिटी वाला पर्सन है ये, दूसरा एट्रीब्यूट है मेल है या फीमेल है, then you have peon, then again female you have already marked, then you have clerks, and then you have managers. So basically 1, 2, then 3, then 4. These are the 4 different types of personnel. Now we have employees, में we have different types. We have security. You also have to make all these what I am writing in a rough work, okay? Then you have peon, then you have clerks, and then you have managers. So this is the first level. Then the second level, what you have is male and female. Male and female. So now this is basically the structure कि employees are different type, security, peon, clerk, manager. फिर उसमें हमें bifurcate करना है into males and females. Now we have to make a format for this, and the format, the table what we are going to make is known as a layout. Layout means a format. In the exercise, there is one sum where you have to just make a layout. Layout यानी format. Okay. So now, how would we make the format for this? I'll just show it to you. Just a moment. Now, we take vertically designation of employees, that is security, PU, clerk and manager. Then we take gender, then male, then female and then the total. Now, dear students, you don't make a mistake. Okay, please remember, you should have total over here also and total over here also. So once you have this structure, various level, you can take level, this level of security personnel, this level of types of employee. So security, peon, clerk and manager. And then you can have male, female and total. But all these also we need to do the total. So total over here also, total over here also. This is how we make the format. Now, before you make the format, always remember the heading. This is very important. Just imagine we send you a schedule without heading, without proper days, dates. Heading ही नहीं है. You don't know कि ये क्या है, कौन सा schedule है, क्या आया भाई. So always there has to be a heading. You get a report card, but no heading is given. कि ये report card का title क्या है, कौन से standard का report card है. So heading is very important. If you forget the heading, although your table is correct, but your marks will go because this title is required. It is known as the title of the table or heading of the table. So please write the heading and with the help of scale, make proper formats. Then we will start with the sum. Read the question again and then make the format. Now, over here, title is the first thing you have to write. So, how to write a title? Now, for title, it's very simple. Table showing what? The table is showing designation of the employee, whether it is security, whether it is manager, whether it is peon, whether it is clerk, and gender, whether they are male, they are females, of employees working at different branches of Cooperative Bank of Ahmedabad city. So now looking at the title, we would know exactly what we are going to make over here. Now, once the format is done, okay, we go one by one. See, male, I've given blue color, female, I've given pink color. Now, let's start reading. Now, here you have to read and write, read and write, read and write. Now, in this bank, out of 20 employees working as security personnel, so security के total person कितने हैं? They are 20. So out of 20 employees, so in the total column, you write 20. 6 are females. So in the female column, you write 6. So how many are male?
14. 14.
How many?
14.
14 are male. Okay, I'm changing the color because this was the missing value. Okay, or let me only. This is the missing value. So I'll use some color to identify that these were the missing ones. Okay, great. Now, 6 are females. Sorry, 6 are females. Out of 30 peons, 10 are females. So peon total, how many? Total peon 30. So I write 30 over here. 10 are females. So how many are males?
20.
20. Very good. Then let me use some brighter color. Okay. Now, out of 40 clerks, 25 are females. So clerk total 40, 25 are females. So how many are males?
15.
Minus 25
15.
is 15.
15.
Yes. And then managers. There are 8 managers. Out of that, 3 are females. So how many are males? 5.
5.
5.
Now, all done. Now let's fill the missing cells over here. So 40 plus 20 plus 15 plus 5 is 54.
54,
And female 6 plus
44,
44.
okay 44. Now very important, this block here you
98,
98.
98.
yes 1 minute, here you manually always check कि ये vertical total is 98 and horizontal total is also 98. They should match SAB or SAB, because if somewhere you have made some calculation mistake तो यहाँ पता चल जाएगा. Got it, all of you? All of you understood this table? Now see, such simple tables can come in the exam for 2 marks, 3 marks, okay, because it is not more than 2 attributes. Now we will see a bit different sum, okay, where some calculations are involved. Come to exercise 2.1, question number 1. Exercise 2.1, question number 1. Page number 42. Now, let's read it first. There are 1400 students studying in Commerce College. Among them, 855 were boys. So one of the attribute is gender, boys. Achha, total 1400 students. Okay, 225 boys were in second year. So second year is another attribute. In the second year, the number of boys and girls and number of girls are equal. So we have boys, we have girls. Okay, second year. Among 550 students of the first year. So we have first year, proportion of number of boys and girls is 3:2. In the third year, number of boys is 3 times the number of girls. Represent the above information in a table. Now, first, let's make a rough working and understand that what exactly is given over here. So students are given. They are either in first year, second year or third year. Then what is given? They are either boys or girls. Boys and girls. So gender, boys, girls. So this is the information we want to present in table. So this is the first level that we generally take vertically, that is first year, second year and third year. And boys, girls we take horizontally so that we can properly make this table. You can also take reverse. You can take male, female, boy, girl like this and FY, also like this. That's also fine. But general rule is we take year of study or such attributes vertical. Okay. Now, First, let's write the heading. So table showing. Okay, I'll change it to male, female, to boys and girls. Okay. Table showing classification of college students according to their gender and year of study. So gender and year of study. You can also draw this diagram, okay, in rough. Now make the format, write the heading. There are 1400 students in a commerce college. So this number 1400. So total student is given. So 1400 we write over here. So total student FY SY TY मिला के 1400 and boys and girls also मिला के 1400. So we write over here, and that's why, my dear students, total is very important. Don't forget this total column at both the ends. Now, among them, 855 were boys, and of them, बाद में देखते हैं, ये total 1400 में boys कितने हैं? 855 boys. Now, remaining are girls, but obvious. So 1400.
645.
Yes, minus 855 is 545. So 545 girls. This is what we found out. $545. Now, of them, 255 boys were in second year. Now, dhyan do please, all of you. 225 boys were in second year. So first go to second year, then boys. How many boys in the second year?
255.
225. Now, in the second year, the number of boys and girls are equal. So can you tell me the number of girls?
225.
Yes, 225.
25.
Can we do the total now? 225 plus
450.
25 is 450. Got it? Now, among the 550 student of first year, यानी first year में total there are 550 students. Proportion of boys and girls is 3:2. Is 3:2. So let's do some working and let's calculate how many boys and how many girls. Now, लिखो working note 1. In second year, number of boys and girls are 3:2. Total students.
सर फर्स्ट ईयर में ना सेकंड
First year, okay, I'm sorry. Let me type only. It's better. Number of boys and girls in first year are in the ratio of 3:2. total number of students in first year is equal to 550. So number of boys is equal to, now 3 is to 2 is what? 3 divided by 3 plus 2, that is 5. 3 divided by 5 into,
The number of boys will be 330.
yeah, wait, which is equal into 550, which is equal to 330. Number of girls is equal to 3 is to 2 है ratio. So 2 divided by 5 into 550, which is equal to 220.
Sir, can we assume this as x?
Yeah,
That
you can
3x plus
try.
2x is equal to
If
550.
you are confident about X, you can use, but somehow I don't like it. I did it directly. It will be more complex, but if you're comfortable, I have no issue. Now, ध्यान दो. See, there are 550 students. Ratio is 3 is to 2 between boys and girls. So how do we find out? Very simple. For boys, we take 550 into boys का ratio है 3 upon what? 3 plus 2, that is 5. And for girls, again total 550 into 2 upon 5, which is equal to 220, and here 330. So let's go to the table and write the amount, write the numbers. So number of boys 330 and number of girls 220. This is what we calculated from our working note number 1. I'll keep this working note on the screen for some time. If you have any doubts, please ask. Okay, now let's proceed. In the third year, number of boys is 3 times the number of girls. Now, this is very interesting. Now, first of all, let's find out how many students are there in third year of study.
400.
Now, over here, 1400 minus 550 minus 450. So you get 400. Now, let's do working note number 2. Number of boys are 3 times the number of girls. So here we assume number of girls is equal to X. So number of boys is equal to 3x. Number of boys are 3 times the number of girls. So now, ध्यान दो सब, boys plus girls is equal to x plus 3x, which is equal to 4x.
तो गर्ल्स 100 होंगे और बॉयज 300 होंगे.
So, sorry, what Abhishek?
सर गर्ल्स 100 होंगे और बॉयज 300 होंगे.
Yes, total students is equal to 400, which is equal to boys plus girls, which is equal to 4x. So therefore, four 400 is equal to 4x. Therefore, x is equal to 400 divided by 4, which is equal to 100. So number of girls, therefore, number of girls is equal to x, which is equal to 100, and number of boys, which is equal to 3x, which is equal to 300. Now, student, while such calculations come in exam, you please be extra careful, okay? Because whenever you take x, x becomes very dangerous. Okay, so please be careful. You have done everything properly, recheck, re-verify. Okay. So once again, I'll explain the concept. Number of girls we assumed as x, boys 3 times x. So 3 into x is number of boys. So boys plus girls क्या हुआ? X plus 3x, which is 4x. अब 400 student है, which is 4x. तो x कितना? 100. So number of girls are 100 and number of boys are 300. So let's go over here in the third year. 300 and girls are 100. Now always cross verify. 545 and 855. Okay, done. Is the sum done by all of you now?
Yes sir.
Okay. Now exercise 2.2. This is exercise 2.2, sorry. Exercise 2.2, question number 2. Very interesting sum. Now, before I proceed, previous sum हो गया सबका? किसी को कोई डाउट?
No, sir.
अगर डाउट हो तो मुझे पूछना, okay, so that I'll help you out. Nothing to worry. Now, over here, 1600 employees are working in an office. So first, let's mark 1600 employees are there. Among these employees, the number of men, तो चलो एक एट्रीब्यूट मिल गया men, तो दूसरा है women, exceeded the number of women by 15% of the total number of employees. The number of unmarried employees are unmarried, तो इसमें married unmarried का भी एंगल है, are 800 less than number of married employees. The number of unmarried women is 195. Represent the above data in a suitable table. Now, let's read the title. Now the title over here is table showing classification of employees working in office according to their gender and marital status. Marital status यानी शादीशुदा है, नहीं है, separated है, single है, divorcee है. So that is marital status. Okay. So write the heading, make the format. 1600 employees are working in an office. So in the total, we write 1600. Great. Now, among these employees, number of men, ye men, exceeded the number of women by 15% of the total number of employees. So let's do some working for it.
Sir, man 1360.
Yeah, let's do some working for it. Working note 1. Now, over here, number of women we assume as X. Okay, you can take A, B, C also. Okay, number of men exceeded number of men exceeded number of women by 15% of the total employees. So यहाँ पे ध्यान देना. So men is equal to X यानी women plus 15% of total employees, that is 1600. So men is equal to X plus 15% of 1600,
240.
240.
240. Now,
Sir, men will be 920.
wait. Men plus women is equal to 1600. You can see over here men plus women is equal to 600. So, men is X plus 240 plus women, that is X is equal to 1600. So 2X plus 240 is equal to 1600. 240 from LHS will go to RHS. So 2X is equal to 1600 minus 240.
1360.
Yeah. So 2X is equal to 1360. So X is equal to 680. So number of women is equal to 680 and number of men is equal to 680 plus 240, which is equal to 920. Please do this working. If you have any doubts, then please ask. You now. Now, Number of women are 680 and number of men are 920. Now, what else information is given? The number of unmarried employee are 800 less than number of married employee. तो चलो फिर चलते हैं वर्किंग नोट नंबर 2 पे. नंबर ऑफ मैरिड एम्प्लॉय को हम x ले लेंगे. Number of married employee we assume as A, okay, because x already ले लिया, so let's take A. Number of unmarried employee is equal to, अब ध्यान दो, number of unmarried employees are 800 less than the number of married employee. यानी married employee हमारे अगर A है तो नंबर ऑफ अनमैरिड एम्प्लॉय उससे 800 कम है. टोटल एम्प्लॉयज इज इक्वल टू 1600. सो मैरिड प्लस अनमैरिड इज इक्वल टू ए प्लस A minus 800, which is equal to 1600. So let's solve this. Very simple. 2A is equal to 1600 minus 800 from LHS will go to RHS as plus 800.
Sir, A will be 800.
Which is equal to 2400.
Sir, 1200.
So 2A is equal to 2400. So A is equal to 1200. So now you write down number of married employee is equal to 1200 and number of unmarried employee is equal to 1200 minus 800, which is equal to 400. So this is the final calculation. So over here, number of married 1200 and unmarried 400. Now, what else information is given? The number of unmarried women. So 195 unmarried women. So now these three missing values, let's find out. 400 minus 195, which is equal to 205. 920 minus 205, which is equal to 715, and 1200 minus 715, which is equal to 485. Always cross verify. Yes, all done. Yes, any doubt? Anyone?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Now in homework, you have to do all these sums, illustration number 18, 19, exercise 2.2, question 1, question 2, and you also do section D. Section D में question number 9. Section D में question number 9 and question number 14.